Well, hello, 14 Eagles family. This is Brian Frazier here. I'd like to welcome you to the Thursday night 14 Eagles webinar and conference call. I'm glad you could make it tonight. You could be anywhere else tonight, but you chose to be here, and we really, really appreciate that. Before we get started, real quick, I just want to do just one little quick housekeeping item here. Our emails has been kind of out of whack for the last couple of days. So those of you that have sent us a message and you have not received an answer or received an email from us, bear with us as we work through this issue with our emails, and we will be getting in contact with you and getting your answers, your questions answered as you have sent them in. Okay, so I just wanted to assure you of that for those of you that sent in emails in reference to your questions to anything. All right, so again, welcome to the Thursday night webinar. This webinar is basically all about giving you the concept of what 14 Eagles is all about and kind of what we do here and how the platform works, so you can become familiar with that as much as possible. And we don't try to make these calls too long, but we're just enough to give you the tenor of what 14 Eagles is all about. And so we hope we come across with that as we go through this presentation. This is very informal. It's not, 14 Eagles is not one of your rah-rah type, make all the money and bling bling and, fancy cars and yachts and all that type of thing. This is more of a community-based type of a platform where we deal mostly with people. Our whole concern is mostly about the people. And so what we encourage you to do is whenever you get an opportunity, go to our community website, which is located at www.14eaglesden.com. And it looks like this. This is our home page right here. And here on this site, you can get a lot of the information right here on this site. Okay, it's a pretty detailed site that gives you most of the information that you need. But anytime that you have a question about anything, then you have access to get those questions answered as well. One thing that I just want to go over with you real quick is when you come to this page on the home page, if you scroll down, you'll see our welcome. And I really, really encourage you to read this welcome. This welcome will give you kind of the perspective of what 14 Eagles is really all about. Okay, if you read this, you'll kind of get the concept of what we're trying to do with 14 Eagles as far as a virtual community. That is our main goal, is to build a virtual community. We're just looking for like-minded people that want to come together to help one another, and that's what it's all about. So when you get an opportunity, read the welcome here, because I really feel that it will really put things in perspective for you about what we do here. And then also, we also encourage you to come down and right below the welcome and check out the videos, our video row here. On our video row, we have a series of videos that we feel like if you watch these videos, this will put you in the tenor or give you the right mindset about 14 Eagles, the type of mindset that you need to have being involved with this community, okay? Because we know that a lot of people come here because we have a gifting platform. A lot of people come here and think that they're going to, make all this money and, be rich and, be well-to-do and all of these types of things. But it's not really all about that. We really hope that you get blessed and you help others by blessing others within our gifting platform. And if we do this the right way, everybody can prosper by working with one another. And we really, truly believe that that can happen. But it doesn't happen until you get the right mindset, okay? Until you get the right conscious awareness about how to get this done and what's going on in the world. And so that's why we encourage people to watch the videos that we have here. They're not very many of them, and they're not that long. But it puts you in the right frame of mind of what we're trying to accomplish here at 14 Eagles, and the way that we go about what we do. Because we're all about education. We're all about helping people understand what's going on around them and put them in the right frame of mind so they be able to deal in the world. You know, it's one thing about, you know, getting a lot of finances and a lot of money, okay, but it's another thing on what to do with it and how to keep it. Okay, and if you don't understand how our economic system works, not just in this country but around the world, then it's very easily to let those blessings slip through your hands. So we want you to, you know, try to get that education, so to speak, on what you need to put your mind in the right mode and to get that conscious awareness that you need. And then if you don't do anything else, we really encourage you to join our newsletter. Sign up for our newsletter so you can get into our email database, and so therefore you can get all the updates that we send out on a weekly basis. More importantly, you know, our video of the week that we send out. Because the video of the week we feel is so important because it gives you information that you otherwise would not get. And you don't get this type of information from corporations and from governments or even from the mainstream media. Okay, this is stuff that they try to leave out or they try to suppress or hide from you. So we try to get this information out to the people. Okay, because the more information that you have, the more informed decisions that you can make for you and your family. And so we hope that that comes across when you get the videos of the week. So I really encourage you to sign up for the newsletter. If you don't do anything else, even if you don't get involved with our 14 Eagles platform, that's fine. But get the video, get the newsletter, so you can stay updated about what's going on and the information that we put out. Now, also, you know, 14 Eagles, our main concept is about community. Okay, as I said earlier, and you know, and we have various different things on our site, as you see the tabs here, but that means nothing if we don't build a community. And if we don't connect with one another to help people come to see what we have here. And so what I want to do real quick, just to give the flavor and the tenor of how you need to be in the direction that we're trying to go, there's a video that I want to show you. You know, are you a connector? Are you someone that can connect people together and bring them to a community like this and help build a community so everyone can benefit from everybody's knowledge, talent, and also to bless each other in certain ways? Are you a connector? So what we want to do real quick is just bring that video up, and we'll show you what it's talking about.
Do you remember the moment you realized that the world had changed? Let me tell you a quick little story that has nothing and everything to do with the future of our world and how you fit into it. In 1917, the United States faced a huge problem. They were working hard to compete in the industrialized economy, and there was a shortage. Not a shortage of oil or coal or other natural resources, a shortage of people, specifically obedient factory workers. The solution to this economic dilemma? It was an experiment of sorts. It hadn't been done before, until someone thought of it. Mandatory public school. Unfortunately, the initial purpose of the United States public school system was not to inspire children or generate scholars. And it wasn't created for dreamers, people who color outside the lines, break the rules, and challenge the status quo. The public school system of the early 1900s was invented to create a nation full of adults who would obediently do their jobs in the factory assembly lines. Teaching kids to sit in straight rows and scheduling the entire day with the ringing of bells wasn't by chance. Punishing those who didn't conform was purposeful. These were the skills they would need to join the labor force. Intentional or not, this early method of turning dreamers into workers was an investment in the nation's economic future. And it worked. This then led to several generations of productive, fully employed workers. But it isn't working anymore. Why? Our economy has changed. We don't live in an industrialized economy anymore. We live in a connected economy. Right now, there are more users on Facebook than there were people on the planet 200 years ago. Technology has made it possible for us to connect with people, ideas, and information from anywhere in the world instantaneously. And as a result, our economies have expanded from localized towns and communities to the entire world. We have globalized trade in nearly every way. In the past, the obedient, do-what-you're-told without question people were rewarded for working hard and putting their dreams aside in order to toe the line. They were given well-paying jobs that led to long-term careers. They were guaranteed pensions, benefits, and the promise that they would always be taken care of. And they were. But that promise is gone for most of us today. Even if you have a white-collar job, the majority of white-collar workers are still working in a factory. Instead of operating a sewing machine or welding a widget, they now push pencils, type on keyboards, or process paperwork. It's still factory work because the entire focus of the day is spent on increasing productivity, which leaves little room for creativity, spontaneity, or individuality. The educated, hard-working masses are still doing what they're told, but they're no longer getting what they deserve. Even if you do everything you are told to do today, graduate from high school, go to college, get a degree, work hard in whatever job you can find, if you're lucky enough to find one, you're not guaranteed anything. Companies are being forced to change or die right now. Layoffs happen much more often than job openings appear, and the highest paying jobs are disappearing or heading overseas at an alarming rate. If you have a job where your boss tells you exactly what to do, he or she will always find someone cheaper than you to do it. Did you know that the average length of a job today is about 4.5 years? Contrast that to the 1960s when it was 40 years. The connected economy rewards a different group of people. It rewards the people who see things differently, who don't conform, people who have ideas that no one else has, people who are willing to work hard but know that the old way of doing things is broken. The connected economy rewards you not for being a cog in the wheel of life, but for standing up and reaching out. The connected economy rewards the connectors. Whether it's connecting a person to a person, a business to a business to a product, or a product to a person, those who learn how to connect are the ones who will survive and excel in the connected economy. That is how the world has changed. It's not about to change. It already has. Things are different now, and they're not going back to the way they used to be. Look at Facebook. What's their product? It's you. Your network, your information, your ideas, they all have value. Does Facebook pay you for the money they make selling your information to advertisers? No. But we still use it because we have an innate desire to connect with people. In fact, neuroscientists have found that we are actually hardwired to connect with each other. Some people know how to leverage this innate ability in today's economy, but most don't. And because they don't know how to do it, most of them are paralyzed with fear, resisting the shift, despite clear indications telling them it's time to change. In 1917, a group of people performed an experiment that forever changed the way that we earned a living. The world today is facing another huge problem. We're facing a shortage of our own. Not a shortage of factory workers or consumers. The world has enough of those. We have a shortage today of dreamers and connectors. And so, we're holding our own little experiment. And you happen to be the subject of it. This 8-minute presentation was specifically designed to seek out and find the connectors around us. Those who recognize that we are on the brink of the next economic revolution. who are ready to thrive in the connected economy and who are searching for the best way to do it. The internet and technology are rapidly changing the way that we do everything today, including how we make a living. It's not too late to embrace the change and find a way to make yourself relevant and profitable in our brave new world. And that's why we've invited you here today. We've created something that rewards you for connecting. It pays you for bringing people together behind a cause, product, or idea. And we have systematized it and made it so that you can do it from anywhere with anyone at any time. If you are passionate about helping people, if you are passionate about changing lives, if you want to position yourself to be a capitalizing force within the connected revolution instead of just a bystander, let's start now. Do you remember the moment you realized that the world had changed? How about the moment you realized you could change with it? Are you ready for the details?
All right. Are you a connector? Are you someone that wants to get with other people and connect with other people to build something together where everyone involved benefits from it? Okay? If that's you, then you're at the right place. Okay? Because that's what 14 Eagles is all about. Okay? That video just described everything that 14 Eagles is about. And hopefully you'll be able to see that here, okay, as you go through the 14 Eagles community website. See, here at 14 Eagles, we're not just here for the gifting platform that we offer, okay? We have various other things as well. We've partnered with other companies, okay, to help with the financial needs that people have, okay? Fund Me 24/7 is part of a company called Dynamic Trio. And Dynamic Trio has a trilogy of platforms that it has, all working synergistically together, okay, to raise funds for whatever you need to raise funds for. Okay, this is a very unique crowdfunding type of platform that has taken crowdfunding to a whole nother level. I encourage you to take a look at that, okay? Feed Me 24/7 is one of the other platforms in the trilogy of platforms that Dynamic Trio has. Okay, it's a feeder system for Fund Me 24/7. Okay, all of these things that we have here is little monies out of pocket. Okay, we're not here to take people's money. We're here to help people. We're here to help people prosper. We're here to help people come together and work together with one another. Okay, connect people together, because together we can do more, right? And so with the trilogy of platforms that Dynamic Trio has, along with 14 Eagles, our philosophies are so ingrained and so the same that we're all about getting rid of debt, okay, and eliminating poverty, okay, because that's where it starts, because poverty and debt is like a cancer in our society today. All right? Everybody's hurting for money, especially in these days and time. So we got to find a way to alleviate that pain, to alleviate that cancer, right? And we feel that one of the ways to get that done is for people to come together and use our talents to help one another so everybody can benefit, okay? Also, we've partnered with a company called Cutting Edge Techno Solutions, CETS for short, okay? If you can check this out, go to this site right here, check out the videos here, look at what CETS is all about. Okay, they're there to, this is a company that has literally taken technology and is helping communities build their communities from the ground up in the real world. See, 14 Eagles is dealing in the virtual world, but we're doing things in the virtual world virtually with technology, and we're bringing that over, bringing what we do virtually over into the real world. All right, so, you know, it's a very unique concept, and that's what we're all about. And then also we have another company, Hyper Community, dealing with Hyperverse, getting into what is called the metaverse. We encourage you to come and take a look at the Hyper Community. We're working together with them, because when you're dealing in the virtual world, okay, then we have to learn how to deal in the virtual world. And this is where you do it. Cryptocurrency, the blockchain technology. These are the things that we really have to get ahead of, because it's not a matter if you're going to use cryptocurrency. It's a matter of when you're going to use it, because it's coming. It's coming. And so we want to get people ahead of the curve. So this is what it's all about. And we have others coming on board as well. Okay, and those of you that get involved with the 14 Eagles platform, if you have a business, if you have some type of a platform that you have, we say bring it to the 14 Eagles family, okay? Because we have a way for you to be able to advertise to the 14 Eagles community for free. So that's why we're saying we're here for everybody. We're here for everything. And this is what it's all about. We're here to work with one another so we can all benefit from what we all have. Okay, so now what I want to do real quick is just go over the 14 Eagles platform to show you how the 14 Eagles platform works. And so therefore you can get an idea of our gifting platform versus others. So let's get into that. Welcome to 14 Eagles. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to describe a program that provides like-minded people from all walks of life the opportunity to help one another. 14 Eagles is not a business. It's not a corporation. It's not a network marketing organization. Rather, it's a private, invitation-only, global community of people who believe in the principle that by helping others, in that process, we help ourselves. That's the premise of 14 Eagles. As we give, so shall we receive. 14 Eagles commonly uses a unique online gifting platform that allows members to come together for mutual interest, commitment, and prosperity. When we join 14 Eagles, we enter into the first step of that process. We're invited to freely send a $2 gift to each of 3 people whose names are presented to you, for a total of $6. We now have the potential to receive up to 14 gifts of $2, totaling $28. Of that $28, we keep $7 as our harvest and hold on to $21 for step 2. In step 2, you're invited to freely send a $7 gift to each of 3 people whose names are presented to you, for a total of $21. You now have the potential to receive up to 14 gifts of $7, totaling $98. You keep $8 as your harvest and add that to your previous harvest of $7 and hold on to $90 for step 3. Step 3, you're invited to send a $30 gift to each of 3 people whose names are presented to you, for a total of $90. You now have the potential to receive up to 14 gifts of $30, totaling $420. You keep $120 as your harvest and add that to your previous harvest total and hold on to $300 for step 4. Now for step 4, you're invited to freely send a $100 gift to each of 3 people whose names are presented to you, for a total of $300. You now have the potential to receive up to 14 gifts of $100, totaling $1,400, of which you keep $800 as your harvest. You can see how your harvest is growing. You hold on to $600 for step 5, where you're invited again to freely send a $200 gift to each of 3 people whose names presented to you, for a total of $600. You now have the potential to receive up to 14 gifts of $200, totaling $2,800, of which you keep $2,050 as your harvest and hold on to $750 for step 6. Step 6, the final step, you're invited to freely send a $250 gift to each of the 3 people whose names that are presented to you, for a total of $750. You now have the potential to receive up to 14 gifts of $250, totaling $3,500. You hold $750 for repeating step 6 and keep $2,750 as your harvest for a total harvest of $5,735 from a one-time initial gift of just $6. You can also send and receive additional gifts by re-entering and cycling through each step. For example, by re-entering step 1, where you send a $2 gift to 3 people, by cycling through that step, you have the potential to receive $22 in gifts over and over. Likewise, by recycling step 2, you have the potential to receive $77 in gifts over and over again. That principle applies to each step. By cycling through each step, you can receive $6,380 in gifts over and over, in addition to the $5,735 in gifts you receive through your initial progression through your 6 steps. One of the first questions we receive is, how do I position myself to send and receive these gifts? Well, I encourage you to contact the person who introduced you to 14 Eagles, and he or she, if they haven't already, will provide you with their website address, 14eagles.com/ and their username. In it, you will find an outline that will walk you through the process to becoming a 14 Eagles member. It's a very simple process that begins with registering for a Cash App account. Cash App is our payment processor, which allows us to seamlessly and in real time send and receive gifts. Once you have established and funded your Cash App account, you can join 14 Eagles by completing a very short template. Then send your gift to 3 people whose names are presented to you in your website, and introduce 14 Eagles to 2 people who do exactly what you just did. Register for a Cash App account, join 14 Eagles, give 3 people $2 each, and introduce the program to 2 like-minded people who do the same thing you just did. That's how you build your 14 Eagles nest. These are the people who follow you from step 1 through step 6. It all began with a very simple 4-step process. As I mentioned earlier, 14 Eagles is not a business. We're not selling anything. We're not asking anybody to change their behavior. We are merely presenting a program to our friends and family members that allows us to freely send a $2 gift to 3 people with the potential to be blessed to the tune of thousands of dollars each month. Thank you for your time, and again, I urge you to contact the person who introduced you to 14 Eagles. God bless. All right. So there you have it. That is the 14 Eagles platform in a nutshell. And what you want to do is you want to come to the 14 Eagles community website, which is located at www.14eaglesden.com. And if you click on the tab that says 14 Eagles video, that video is right here on this page. And you can look at the video again if you don't understand it. Look at it a few times if you need be. And you can also click on how it works, where you can see everything that was in the video in written form as well. So you can try to understand it even more if you lose, the concept of how the platform works. But we encourage you, after you've looked at the video and you're ready to get involved, everything below the video is instructions on how to sign up and get started. Everything is right here, verbatim. So if you follow these instructions, you shouldn't have too much of a problem at all. Okay, just follow these instructions. Get with the person that invited you. They can help walk you through this and get you going. All right. It's a powerful, powerful concept that what we have here. Our gifting platform is a little different than most gifting platforms that people are used to seeing, and so that's why sometimes they get a little turned around with it. But it's a little different. And one thing we pride ourselves with our platform is that nobody, I mean nobody, loses any money here at 14 Eagles. All right, and this is one of the reasons why we encourage you to look at the videos and get in the right frame of mind when you're dealing with 14 Eagles. Because see, on our platform, we don't make money here. Okay, we just don't do it. We don't make money here at 14 Eagles. All we do is give away money. And if you're giving away money, guess what? You don't lose it. You feel me? You're giving away money, you don't lose it. Because you're giving to help someone else, and someone else is giving to bless someone else. Okay? So, you know, that's what it's all about, giving. You know, it's a gifting platform. And you're giving a gift to someone else. So there's nothing to lose, right? And you only have to do that one time out of pocket to send a gift. One time. And that's it. You never have to come out of pocket ever again. So, you know, we feel that that's a powerful thing, unlike a lot of other gifting platforms. And so we hope that you catch on to this and focus not on the money, but focus on the community. Because without the community, nothing works. No money will flow, no gifts are sent, no blessings are received, okay? And so a lot of people, because they're not in the right frame of mind, then they look at a $2 gift as something that I can't make any money with $2. How can I generate any monies with $2? Okay? Well, then the first thing comes to mind is that they have the wrong mindset. Because first of all, you can't make money here at 14 Eagles, right? We've already established that. So now, $2, yeah, it may sound like a little bit to you right now, but when you start to add that up, okay, small things can turn into big things. Let me give you an example of that. Let me show you a video that will help, you know, with that in your mind. Listen to this.
Reach their fortunes. In order to do this, I want you to pretend that I can grant you one wish from two choices. Choice one is this: I will give you $1 million. Or choice two is that you get 1 cent that doubles every day for 31 days. On top of that, you have to drive 1 hour north to meet a friend of mine named Vendela. She will double your cent and give you 2 cents, and then you have to drive all the way back home. Then on day 2, you take your 2 cents back to Vendela, and she doubles your 2 cents and gives you 4 cents, and then you drive back. Will you do this every day for 31 days? Which would you choose? $1 million or 1 cent doubled every day? Well, as a factory worker, it wasn't even a contest. $1 million for me, please. Who wants to run around for pennies? Here is where we find out that ignorance is not bliss. If you have a calculator, you can follow along and check it out for yourself. In day 1, you have 1 cent. Day 2, you double it and you have 2 cents. Day 3, you double it, you get 4 cents. That doubles and becomes 8 cents, and by the 10th day, you'll have $5.12. How embarrassing if you take the penny a day. Let's look at the 11th day. $5.12 doubles and becomes $10.24, then it doubles and becomes $20.48, and then it doubles and becomes $40. And in the 20th day, that doubles and becomes $5,242.88. Well, it's still not looking too good if you chose the penny. But what happens in the 21st day? 5,000 doubles and becomes 10,000, 10 doubles and becomes 20, and on the 28th day, $671,000 doubles and becomes $1.3 million. But wait a minute, we didn't agree to 28 days. We agreed to 31 days. And so on the 29th day, 1.3 doubles becomes 2.6 million. And 30th day, 2.6 million becomes 5.3 million. And in the final day of our agreement, day 31, $5,368,709.12 doubles, which is $10,737,418.20. Now who's laughing all the way to the bank? This is what the smartest man in the world, Albert Einstein, said when he was asked what he thought was one of the most powerful things on earth. He said that the 8th wonder of the world was compound interest. And so here's how we can make compound interest work for you.
Right. So does that kind of give you a perspective of what small numbers can do? You know, it's all based on how you do it, right? And all based on the mindset that you come in with it, come in with. All right. Because, see, look, let's face it. If you were offered $1 million, okay, versus a penny doubling every day for 31 days, come on. What would you take? For real. You know people would jump on the $1 million because that is what we're trained to do. We're not trained to analyze. We're trained to react, okay? We're not trained to think. We're trained to follow directions. That's the whole thing. So understand, we have to go in with the right mindset. And because our platform is only $2, a $2 gift, people think, I can't do anything with that. Okay, well, I beg to differ. Because you're thinking about the wrong thing. You're thinking about it in the wrong way. Build a community. Build your team. Okay? You're not talking about, pulling out a bunch of money out of your pocket. No, it just takes some effort. Connect with people. Let's work together. Let's make this thing work. You know what I'm saying? And now, because we're connecting, we're building a community of people, and everybody is sending gifts, giving away money to each other, and everybody's being blessed by that. Now we have other companies that's involved where you can take that money and recycle that money into other platforms and other avenues where you can even exponentially grow even more money in other ways. See? And now, all of a sudden, now it has generated into monies where money becomes no issue at that point. Does that make sense? So we just have to think about it in the right way. Because, see, community is the key. We say that all the time here at 14 Eagles. Community is the key. Because as long as we have the community, as long as we build the community, then the money generates on its own. Money is just a tool. That's all it is. It's just a tool. You take $1 and you put it on the table. If no one does anything with it, guess what? It just sits there. But if you pick that dollar up and you circulate that dollar into that community, now that dollar can really do something. It can really generate itself. Does that make sense? So money is not the issue. People are the issue. The way we think about things is the issue. And this is what we try to get across in 14 Eagles. So I hope you understand that. I hope that comes across to you the right way. Okay? But listen, we know people need money. I need money. I have to pay my bills just like everybody else. Okay? But if we do it the right way, with the right mindset, we can manifest that money. We can make it come. We can generate it. Okay? We can make it flourish and grow. But it's all based on our community and our energy. Okay? That's the real value. So I want to leave you with one of my favorite tunes. Okay? I think this video should be at the top of the charts. Okay? So this is what I want to leave you with. Just for, just to put you in the right frame of mind.
Money is coming to me. Money is coming to me. Money keeps coming to me. Money is coming to me. Money is coming to me. Money keeps coming to me. Money is coming to me. Money keeps coming to me. Money is coming to me. I can just feel it, and I believe money keeps coming to me. It's coming to me now, and I'm not worried about how. Oh yeah, money is coming to me. Come on, come on, come on. The universe is working for me, working and working. I can just feel it, and I believe it's working for me now, and I'm not worried about how. Oh yeah, money is coming to me. More than enough to live, more than enough to give, more than enough to share. Feel like it's already here. shout, more than enough to drop, more than enough to save. With plenty left over to give away. Money is coming to me. I can just feel it, and I believe it's coming to me now. And I'm not worried about how. Oh yeah, money is coming to me. Come on, come on, come on. The universe is working for me. And working. I can just feel it, and I believe it's working for me now. And I'm not worried about how. Oh yeah, money is coming to me. Well, more than enough to live, more than enough to give, more than enough to share. I feel like it's already here. More than enough to shout, more than enough to drive, more than enough to pay, with plenty left over to give away. One day it's coming to me. I can just feel it, and I believe it's coming to me now. That I'm not worried about how. Oh yeah, money is coming to me. Come on, 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 come on. I believe it, I can just feel it, and I believe it's coming to me now. That I'm not worried about how. Oh yeah, money is coming to me. Come on, 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 come on. I believe it, and I receive it. Come on, come on, come on. Feel like it's already here. Come on, come on, come on.
All right. Is money coming to you? Can it come to you? All right. Is money going to be a burden, or is it going to be a blessing? Okay. It's all about how you think about it. It's all about how you apply yourself. It's all about how we work together. That's what it's all about. So what I want to do right now, I want to bring up one of our fearless leaders, Greg Phillips. Greg, are you open?
Yeah, I should be open. Can you hear me?
All right. Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear, brother. Go ahead and close us out, man.
All right, great call, man. Appreciate it, love it every day. One thing I wanted to mention, with a little video that we have, you know, he says that, you know, you have to take that penny and travel back and forth, which means to me you have to do a little work, you know. And the little work that we're asking people to do is just bring your friends and family to the Fortune Eagles platform. Let them see what we're doing here, okay? Do this every Thursday night. I see you have the contact us information up. That's all the information you need to bring your friends and family to the Fortune Eagles platform. You got to do a little bit of work, but the rewards are great, you know, because not only will you get monetary gifts to put you in a different state of mind, but you'll also be helping your friends and family and your community, which is the most important thing we need to really understand. Like you said, this is about community building. You know, if you build your community, everything else will come. So with that being said, family, like, you know, bring your friends and family. Let us do the heavy lifting. We'll answer their questions. We'll get them involved with the Fortune Eagles platform underneath you so that you help your friends and family, because we need it more than ever before in this day and time. Bryant, back to you.
All right. Very well said, Greg. And again, on our community website, on the Contact Us tab, okay, community website located at www.14eaglesden.com. Click on the Contact Us tab, and right here you'll see that we have the link for the video, for the webinar. So you can come to the link on the webinar, click on that link, and come right into the webinar. Or if you can't get on your computer, you can get on and listen on the phone through the conference call number. Okay, we encourage you, come on Thursdays. Come and see what we're doing. You know, if you invite other people to come, you know, encourage them to come so they can see what 14 Eagles is all about. Again, we record these, so we send them out the very next day. So you want to make sure that you get on our email database, through our newsletter. So make sure, if you don't do anything else, sign up for our newsletter so you can get our email updates and get our recordings, and then send it out to people. We leave no stone unturned here. Okay, so if they can't make it, that's not an excuse. Okay, you can send them the video so they can see what 14 Eagles is all about. Okay, and then also, if they have any questions, they can email us at controltower@14eaglesden.com, or they can call us on our member service number, 301-684-1216. Okay, so any question that you have, anything that you want to know, there's no reason why you can't get that information. Okay, and you can't get your questions answered. Everything is right here for you. So again, thank you for those of you that could show and took the interest to take a look at the 14 Eagles concept in the community. And like I said, you could be anywhere else, but you chose to be here, and we truly, truly appreciate that. So with that being said, thank you, and we'll see you next Thursday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please bring your friends and family. Let them see what we're doing. With that, everybody, have a great one. Have a great weekend. Be safe, and we'll see you next week.